Alright, so we're back and everything went well. I had a bit of a stress over the difference of the power cables, but after finding the box of the main board, there was the right ones in there. And I gave the PC case and everything a nice clean as well, and got rid of all the dust and other shit that had built up in there, so I need to buy some canned air or something like that. So, yeah, we're gonna go for a run around the PU and see what performance looks like. The telemetry dashboard is not updated with the latest information yet, but I'm now encoding on the GPU now, outside of the CPU, and take a quick look. So yeah, here's the stuff. So CPU is still quite high. It's water cooled, so I'm not worried so much about that, and it's running stock as well, so I can overclock if needed. But interestingly, check the GPU. So GPU, I've got Star Citizen running in the background, and I'm running video encode at the same time. 50% utilization, whereas the 980 was clearly wrecked when it came to that. Take a look at stream quality. So stream quality is really good. It's really crisp. It hasn't got the strange artifacts that are usually visible with the software encode. So I'm running encoding on very high quality and a high profile as well. For that. And yeah, so CPU. So let's see what's happening here. So it's CPU 50%. I'm sat in Port Alizar right now. Just stood there. So that's running 50%. Video encode is running 10% on the 2080, which is really nice. And Streamlabs with the overlays and all the other stuff that I've got running is just taking 10%. So that's perfect. Previous I was seeing a lot higher utilization of so that is fucking cool. I'm super happy with it so far, but we'll go for a run around the PU. We'll go into some larger, more crowded places, and then we'll go into some of the quieter places too, and see what happens to frames in game. And let's just check the telemetry. And yeah, telemetry is not updated yet. So telemetry is still sitting 47.4, which is where it was previous. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on them. We'll keep an eye on the stream, and I've got display info 3 for verbose output. So we'll see what happens there. But back to the game. It's smoky in this cockpit. I'm sorry. Alright, so let's test this. So this is the first live stream that's running on GPU. So we're going to go out and try a bit of PvP. I'll talk through what we're seeing at the top left hand corner as soon as I am out. Oh shit. So
your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Nope. I don't want that. So far, I can notice in the gameplay, it's a lot smoother just in Port Alizar. So current frames per second here is sucky. They're around 45 FPS, and anything between 40 and 50. Right. So I'll go through some of the session information at the top right soon. I think you may not be able to see it.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Webcam position. The only difference right now is I have 2 monitors on, and on those 2 monitors I've got something running on the other one that I'm keeping an eye on. Ordinarily I wouldn't run 2 monitors, I'd just run a single monitor. But so far, silky smooth, 45 FPS, which is no different to what it was. That's to be expected. Color rendition's really nice. Actually, I can see differences in the color and also the smoothness of everything as well. Previous to that, it was a bit jerky. Hope the stream quality is looking good. Had a lot of really strange problems when the previous the 980 was topping out. Especially one of the key things I saw was in quantum travel. That's something I don't know whether it was CPU and GPU intensive for the particles in quantum travel, but that was a sure sign that something was fucking up because yeah, just really bizarre. So we'll head over to Salem and
takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
see what's happening. And what would be really good is if you could feedback the quality of the stream. That would be really nice. If you see any weird things or glitches or anything, then just drop something in the comments. That'd be really super helpful. Keep an eye on that as well. So looking at the top right, you activate that by just going into console and R display info 3. That gives you a full readout. And so here we're sitting at 70-ish frames per second. The working set and committed working set is currently 5.7 gig. So that means that 5.7 gig of the 11 gigs being used, which is really fucking cool because, yeah, as I said, in the 980, 4 gig was all of it was being consumed, and there was some bleed over into shared as well. Nice Vanguard Warden here. Let's. Cool. This is good. Like he got the drop on us pretty good. But it's a nice. Oh, I don't want to take too many hits from this. I'll just go ahead and get the shields back a little bit. We're gonna buzz him real quick and see if we can have a bit of a play and see what type of stuff he's got. This is not good. Right in his line of fire, and oh, this ship overheats so easy. I'm gonna gain a bit of distance on him, and oh fuck! Oh, awesome. So there, we were running about 75 frames per second in that dogfight. Oh, that was superb. Back in Ollie, about 60. We'll reclaim that. Yeah, so everything's running really well. Good rates, utilization, etc. So that's really nice. Telemetry is yet to update, which is a bit frustrating. It should refresh on the hour or something like that from your last gaming session. So maybe at 2200 UK time. We'll see. Well, with that warden, mistakes were made. But what was interesting, what was really interesting was missiles applied. I saw that missile coming in. That hit me good. The fucking overheat bullshit is interesting too, but in a different kind of way.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
So this is the arrow I had out the other night, fitted with ballistics. It's 3 S3 Mantis GT220s, which is actually pretty nice. head back to selling again. Maybe this time won't. Buzz this warden. Go on in. So we'll head out back to selling again.
Quantum drive is now on.
So I'm hoping for a telemetry update because I don't want to run for too long tonight. I've been busy with this for a while, so I want to just the icing on the cake will be the telemetry. I can already see such a large difference. So typically I was running around 47 frames per second, plus or minus with normal game variation. So right now we're sitting at 85 frames per second, which is pretty good. Frames is not only your own equipment dependent, so it's server side stuff. Oh, wow, I was able to like target someone 107,000 kilometers away. Game keeps on giving weird fucking stuff. Yeah. Come on, it's 2200. Where's my telemetry update? We receive and analyze client frames per second data from every machine playing Star Citizen every hour. Maybe it's a bug as well.
Quantum drive is now on.
Well, at least the pip issues are sorted in 5.1, right? Okay, so let's talk about what we're seeing in the in the output. Let me just check if you, yeah, so you can't see that all. Okay, so let me just talk about this. The output top right, where we're looking at several things here. So part of it is the overall performance. So at the top, we're currently running at 85 frames per second. That's pretty healthy. And our current ping is bouncing around because of the upload. Maybe anything between 20 and 100. But that's because of the upload being saturated. Might change that in the bit rate and hopefully not see much of a loss of quality. Working set is the amount of RAM that is amount of memory that's allocated off the video card. So the 2080 Ti has 11 gig, currently using 5 gig of that, which is fantastic. 5.5 gig is committed. The GPU load currently is 50%. The 50% is the game, and there's an additional 10% we can see to the right of that, which is the NVENC hardware encoder for the stream. Which is nice. So and then we drop down into video encode. There's the 9% whatever. And CPU is currently running at 36, and then others 16. So the OBS is taking about 10 right now. So everything's pretty nice. Frames per second is now up to 95. Telemetry data is not refreshed. I'll manually poke that. Very disappointed if I can't see at least show you the difference. If it doesn't want to update or doesn't seem to update, then I'll take a screenshot of it once it has updated, and I'll share it in the description. So far, it's everything I hoped it would be. Really, there's lots of headroom in the card. I'll have a play with some of the more specific settings, and this is all stock. There's no overclock on the card or anything like that, and there's no configuration settings has been done in the NVIDIA software. So yeah, super happy with it. Not really much else to say. I stripped the drivers down, removed all of the old drivers, which were NVIDIA anyway, but just to do it clean. But game's really smooth. The color rendition is really nice. A lot more so than with the 980. And of course, we haven't seen nowhere near the best from Star Citizen as it is. So 70 to 100 frames per second in its current state, with issues with server capacity, etc. It's server-side frames, not client. As for the card itself, it's really quiet. Not really much to say about it. It's the graphics card. Doesn't look pretty. It has nice blue writing on it. That's about it. Let's see if there's any bounties to be had here. Yeah, we've got one. Over in Grimhex. We'll just run over there and we'll try a bit of combat again and just check. But the issues that were being observed in the stream encoding are all gone now, so that's really nice to see.
Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
We're burning into oh, Admiral. Emerald clan. Oh, this pip shit is fucking... just annoying. Fixed in 3.5.1. Thank you. Thank you, CIG. Oh wow. Oh my god. Fuck my life. New graphics card does not help fucking Why is this like church music shit? Weird. So cruel. Vaticanus reads this.
The
Nice,
ship
dude.
has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Oh, what did I just... Oh my god, I didn't do that. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, so everything is running really nicely. Screen quality is great. Really happy with that. No telemetry though. Really, really sad about that. Still stuck on the 47.4. So what I'll do is I will create a screenshot of the new telemetry when it updates. I have no idea why it's supposed to have updated already. And I can't hold on much longer. But yeah, everything's good. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'll probably do Friday night fight, part of the Friday night fight series tomorrow. If telemetry is updated, then what I'll do is I'll add a card in this video and link through to it, and I'll show you that tomorrow. God, there's like, come on, Olazar dumpers box. Okay, that'll be a trip to ArcCorp then. Yeah, everything's going good. One more check. No telemetry update. So what I will do is I will go ahead. I'll go ahead and end the stream here. Nice increase in frames per second and everything else that you've seen. So really nice, and lots of headroom for when Star Citizen sorts out some of the server and shit that's holding back our frames per second. Outside of that, thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate people just watching what I'm doing and stuff like that. So, and if you like this stuff, then just subscribe. And I do a lot of different Star Citizen stuff, and this is just the start. I'm new at this stuff, so yeah, I'll just subscribe and yeah, do something in the verse together. If anyone fancies anything like that, then just message me in game. My details are on the screen. So on that note, I'm going to check telemetry one more time. Telemetry is not updated. Star Citizen bugs everywhere. Once it has updated, then I'll put a card in here and link it through. So yeah, awesome. On that note, I will kill the stream, and thanks for watching. See you next time.